Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddyback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, and Realtree.
Day 13, October 29th. We've got a southeast wind blowing today, about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind. That part's not bad. It's the fact that it's in the mid 60s that I'm a little bit worried about. Usually past about 50 degrees, the deer movement shuts down this time of the year. And that's not an absolute, because I've had some success on days that were warm. But just as a general rule of thumb, 50 degrees is kind of that tipping point when you start seeing less movement. The spot I'm going to this afternoon is one that we hunted probably almost a week ago, I'd say now. And we didn't have any success there. But it's a good area, and it's a good looking spot. And it's an easy one to get in and out. It's a small little micro plot that we dug out of the woods, and the deer will hit those spots usually pretty early in the afternoon. So I'm looking forward to getting back in there and just relaxing and enjoying this beautiful day. I don't have high hopes of any specific bucks coming out. You know, it'd be a surprise buck that we would be hoping for at this spot. And Quentin, he thinks that we're going to kill a surprise buck this year, my cameraman, but it's been a lot of years since I've actually seen, let alone killed, a surprise buck, but maybe this will be the year. You know, this point in the rut, we should start to see the first few does coming into estrus now. So there's no reason why things really couldn't get kicking. I just don't want to hunt one of my better spots at this time when it's this warm, knowing that the odds are low. You know, I do have areas with a southeast wind that we could go to that are better than this, you know, where we have hopes of seeing some of these bucks that I've got on my target list. But we'll save those. It's supposed to be better later on in the week, cooler, and we'll get into those better spots then. So I'm going to go jump in the tree. Hopefully don't fall asleep with the warm sun beating down on me, and maybe before the night is over with, we can show you a little bit of action. Change my hats quick. What are the chances of that? See how good that worked? I was doing my calling demonstration in the tree stand and called in this 1.5-year-old buck. See, it works. Oh, here comes a little buck from our left. That's what she's looking at. Yeah, I filmed the little buck. I'm not gonna shoot her until she comes up in here. Yeah, another little buck, spike. Right below us. Let's wait for this doe to come up. See if we come around on that doe. I'm gonna shoot her when she pops out. Are you on the doe? Are you on her? Yeah. Down to about the last 20 minutes or so this evening, we had a really good flurry of activity, maybe about an hour or so ago. But even before that, it was kind of comical. I was doing a how-to segment for Cabela's, and I was doing the segment on how to call bucks during the rut, and I pulled out my grunt call, and I grunted. And by the time I finished the segment, there was a little forkhorn that was walking around underneath the tree that had come into that call. So that was, like I said, it was pretty comical to see that this little dude came in, looking for the source of that grunt. But the flurry of activity, 2 little bucks came in and were kind of, hanging out. But then a doe started working her way up through the brush and into the food plot. So I shot that doe, and those little bucks didn't even run off. They just stood there and watched her, trying to figure out what happened. We haven't seen anything since. So it's been almost an hour, I would say, since we've seen a deer. Still pretty warm, and I'm sure that's working against us. But, it was kind of cool to see 3 bucks and a doe tonight. Wasn't sure that I was expecting to see that much activity. And maybe we're not done for the night, but it just kind of has that feel to it. You get to that certain part of the day when it just kind of feels like it's going to shut down, like you've seen everything that you're going to see. That's kind of where we're at right now. A lot of times it's not that last light when you see them. It's like an hour before last light and then way after dark. There's like that sort of weird time right in that twilight when the deer don't seem to really move as much as what everybody thinks they do. It seems like it's kind of a dead time. That's where we're at right now. But if anything does come out during this twilight time, we'll show it to you. Otherwise, right now my plan is to try to hunt as many. I'm not going to hunt tomorrow morning, but I'm going to try to start hunting mornings again pretty soon. And the weather's supposed to get cooler towards the end of the week, and that's really what I'm focused on. I'm trying to stay out of my better spots and hit those once it starts to cool down, right around Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, oh boy, Halloween and right after that. So keep checking back. I'm going to keep after it. Hopefully kill a few more does here before I'm done. And there's some bucks that I'm after now, and I've got a pretty good idea where I think I can kill those deer at. So it's going to hopefully fall into place here over the next couple of weeks.